If you can't afford a SimCube, you're probably going to buy a Fanatec. If you can't afford a Fanatec, you're going to buy a Thrustmaster or a Logitech. And if you have less money than that, your options are kind of limited. Around the £100 price mark sits the Hori Racing Wheel Apex. As you can see, it's a very plastic looking device with the plastic pedals that we've really become used to with these low end wheels. Don't expect it to run with the big dogs, so to speak. It's got everything you'd expect on a low wheel. It's got all the buttons, it's got the bungee cord, which I'll demonstrate here. Let go of the wheel and it just bounces around. It's got no force feedback of any kind. But is it an awful wheel? Well, if you check out that steering wheel, you'll see that we have here an options button, and this allows us to actually set up the sensitivity of both the wheel and the pedals, which is something that no other wheel in this price point has, and in fact a lot of wheels above this price point don't have it either. The wheel itself is very comfortable actually. It feels like a good diameter. The table clamp is very functional, but if you haven't got a table to clamp it to, the wheel also comes with a set of suckers. As you can see from the video, I didn't have to fight the wheel while I was recording footage for this. It drove quite nicely actually. It's quite accurate, and a lot of that is down to the fact that you can set up the pedals and the wheel with the sensitivity that you want. It's also not a bad looking wheel. There's a lot of the low end wheels which are just simply too ugly to have, too ugly to own. This one, you can see I'm not fighting the car at all. I'm not struggling to keep control of it, and I am pushing at that, so that's cool. As you can see, there's quite a lot of lock for these low end bungee wheels, about 270 degrees. So nothing like your slightly higher cost Logitech G29, for example. There's several modes on this particular model which allow you to use it on PC, PS4, PS3, and I found no compatibility issues. You can also have it in either wheel or joypad mode, so in fact this can even work as a wheel for games that don't necessarily always support wheels, which is a great inclusion. So this wheel actually has a lot of features that other wheels in the same price point don't have, a lot of features in fact that slightly more expensive wheels don't have. One of my bugbears with it, other than the plastic pedals, is the plastic shifters. They click very, very loudly, and I don't feel like I can really give them a hammering because they feel very fragile, which is a pity because the wheel feels very sturdy, despite the base being quite plastic. But yeah, they also seem pretty thin. Oh, there you can see the mode selectors on top of the wheel, which are quite cool. All in all, you know what, this isn't a bad wheel. You're not going to win any kind of Gran Turismo World Championships with it. You're not going to be an absolute legend when it comes to R-Factor 2. But just perhaps, this wheel might be ideal for somebody who's looking to play Euro Truck Simulator or Bus Simulator. The lack of a clutch might be a bit of an issue, but I suppose you can bind that to one of the buttons, since there are plenty of buttons available. Despite the sheer plasticness of these pedals, they don't feel bad. I mean, in comparison to the G29 pedals, the RWA pedals they're quite soft, reasonably smooth. While the wheel may be fine for games which are very forgiving, such as Project Cars 3 or Gran Turismo Sport, and although the wheel is very easy to set up for many different games, ultimately if you're looking at being a sim racer, taking on your opponents online, this isn't the wheel for you. If you're looking at a wheel just as an enthusiast, perhaps a wheel for your kids, the Hori Racing Wheel Apex is absolutely perfect. The best at this price point. Don't pay £50, don't pay £70, pay £100 for this wheel. I hope this video was helpful. Like if you like, subscribe if you want, check out the Patreon link at the bottom if you like, and check out my other videos in which I send different controllers against each other on racetracks. Bye bye for now. Thank you for watching.